Hello, welcome back. Today we are going to do a video that I've always wanted to do on my channel, just haven't yet. It is a anticipated 5-star reads book. So I have 3 books here in front of me that I am hoping are 5-star reads. And this video is in collaboration with 2 lovely folks that I met here on YouTube. The first being Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library, and then also Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand. And they do this thing called Book List Thursday, where every Thursday they have like a little list of different types of books. One week they did, if you liked this book, you might like this movie. They've done like thriller recommendations. They've done like authors that they want to read to 0. So just all these different lists. And it's a really, really fun series. And I will link both of their channels below. And they do have a theme. And the theme is books that will help meet your goals. And so it's a little open-ended with this because I try not to set too many goals for myself, other than I have a Goodreads goal every year. I want to read 100 books, and so I keep track of that on Goodreads. But other than that, I just have some like kind of loose goals that I feel like these will help me meet, or not necessarily goals, but just things that I want out of my reading experience and my reading career. So the first 5-star anticipated read that I have is Una Out of Order by Margarita Montemor, and I have heard a lot of good things about this book, and I've heard good things about this book from people who don't typically read general fiction either. So I feel like I'm really gonna enjoy it because a lot of people told me that I will, and I know a lot of people that gave this 5 stars, but it is about a woman who lives her life out of order. Every New Year's Eve, or I guess New Year's Day, she wakes up in a different time in her life, a different year. So like it might be 1982, and then she wakes up the next day and it's 32 years in the future. And then she wakes up the next year and she might be 19 and things like that. So I've heard that this has a lot of good discussion on like psychology and sociology and things like that. So I'm really excited to get to this one. I've been wanting to read it for a long time, and I finally picked it up recently since it was only a couple dollars. And I've heard this is like heartwarming, and so I feel like it'll be just what I need for this time of year. Next 5-star anticipated read I have is The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna, and this is a chunker. And so I feel like this alone would be like accomplishing a goal, reading a book this long. This sucker is like 550 pages. So I have also heard that I will like this from a lot of people. I have a love-hate relationship with Kristen Hanna. I gave one of her books 4 stars and another one I DNF'd, but I did love The 4 Winds, and I've heard that a lot of people really like this one. And it's technically historical fiction, but it's set in the 70s in Alaska. And I've always wanted to go to Alaska. My dad actually lived there, so I've always heard a lot of really cool stories from Alaska. And I've heard that this one just wrecks you. And I am ready. I'm ready to cry. I'm ready to sob. I'm so ready for it. Also, look at that cover. Oh my gosh. And then the last one that I have not only helps me with my Goodreads goal, for reading 100 books in a year, but I have always had a goal for myself of continuing to read classics. I read a lot of classics in school. My mom was a British literature teacher, and I was homeschooled, and my parents felt like it was very important for me to read classics. So I read a lot of classics, and I've enjoyed quite a few of them. Some of them I have no interest in ever even thinking about ever again, but I have really enjoyed some. So I tried to continue to read classics into adulthood. So here I have Kindred by Octavia Butler, and this is considered a classic. It has more than 850,000 copies in print, and it's listed as historical fiction, but also science fiction, African-American literature. I've always wanted to read this one. I've had it on my shelf for a while, and I want to watch the show as well, so I figured I should read the book first. I believe this is about a Black woman in modern day times that somehow gets transported back in time to a plantation. It's detailed and terrifying, and I've heard that it is so well written, so I'm really excited to jump into this. I've never read anything by Octavia E. Butler. Okay, so I have 2 months almost to read all of these books. So we will be back on December, I believe, 28th to talk about which of these books were 5 stars for me. Definitely go check out Sarah and Lindsay's channels. I will link their channels down below, and head over there to see what books they think are going to be 5 stars, and then come on back at the end of December to see how many of these actually were 5 stars. Please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!